All right, let's go in 3, 2.
We're back. Be encouraged, with Frank.
And Lisa.
We have the wonderful Joe Lewis, founder of America's Angels of America's Fallen. From now on, referred to as angels.
Yes.
And Adrienn Loughmiller, who is the owner of Luxe Love, Gold Star wife and angel mom with us here as well. Let's pick up and talk about the gala, Lisa.
Yes. So when is the gala this year?
The gala is on April 26th. It's on a Saturday, and we are having the gala this year at the new Hotel Polaris, right outside of the Air Force Academy.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, indeed.
I have not yet been there. I heard it's beautiful.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to tour. We just
we
hadn't
were.
done it.
We haven't done it yet.
For whatever reason, yeah. Just so I can check in with our producer here right quick, is the first part of that show still going to be part of this?
No.
It isn't.
Okay, so
Oh,
we need to
no.
unpack
Okay.
everything.
And it was so awesome what we said initially, too. Yeah, but it is what it is, right? So, yeah, Adri, once again, because you're our panel host today.
Yes.
And you're amazing.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She's my
Thanks
very
for
good
having me.
friend, too. Yeah. Just steals our heart, girl. It's your bad self. That means good in the hood.
Yes.
Right?
I hope so. She's from Hungary, so
I know, so I
Yes.
gotta make clarify.
yes,
Yeah.
he needs to break it down.
Yeah. You share. Could you share a little bit about your story again? You can.
Sure, just a little bit shorter, absolutely. I came to the United States about 22 years ago to do an internship at the famous and amazing Broadmoor Hotel. They have international students, and I was basically finishing up my college degree with that program. We're required to do a one-year internship at like a hotel or any tourism or hospitality related facility. And I had the opportunity to come here through this program, and my main goal was to improve my English because I needed a language exam to complete my degree. So I was working at the hotel, and during that time I met my husband there, who was in the Army, and unfortunately years later, after several deployments, he died by suicide while attending the qualification course for Special Forces. And at the time our daughter was just 4 months old.
Yeah. We're so glad to have you as part of our country, part of
Yes.
the work that's happening
Thank you.
here, and et cetera. Lisa, we want to reintroduce Colonel Lewis, Joe
Yes.
Lewis, the founder of Angels of America's Fallen.
Yeah.
We'll throw that in for free.
Yes, and serving our country in different branches of service for 25 years. Do you want to share a little bit briefly of that?
Yeah, that was kind of strange. I started off Army National Guard right out of high school and did field artillery, and that helped pay for college. And then after college, into the Marine Corps. I had wanted to fly since before I can remember, and the Marine Corps had a program where if you were accepted, you had a guaranteed seat in flight school, and everything worked for me. I was getting my first choice of this and that. Everything was just clicking, and then my back was broken in training, and I couldn't continue to fly. So I then I couldn't fly ejection seat aircraft. I was flying F-18s before, couldn't keep doing that. So I transitioned out, went to the airlines, and I flew for American Airlines just long enough to pay for my uniforms, and then 9/11 occurred. So I ended up going back active duty. This time
Was that by your choice?
it was my choice. Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So-
I definitely felt like
Yeah,
that was
okay.
the thing to do.
Yeah.
So I then was active Air National Guard and was supporting law enforcement a lot, from Secret Service to local task forces in counter narco-terrorism kind of things, and was flying a surveillance platform that they were able to be on. And back when I was in the Marine Corps, I did carrier operations with the Navy, and I then also did some counter-narcotic support with the Coast Guard, and I ended up losing friends in every branch. I had 2 friends in the Marine Corps with babies on the way they never even got to meet, and it was thinking that those kids had to grow up their whole life, but particularly their crucial formative childhood years, without the guidance and support of of that parent, and it really struck me.
Yeah.
And so I looked in to see what do we do for kids like that, and what I could find was grief counseling at the beginning and scholarships when they become adults at the end. But in the middle, not a whole lot. Maybe a week summer camp or a trip to Disney, which is awesome. But it wasn't something for them to stay engaged in healthy things in their local community throughout the year.
Right.
So that was seeing that, and then watching my boys at soccer and seeing them interact with the coach, burning energy, doing something positive instead of being out doing something negative. It struck me, and I felt a calling, an absolute calling, that making sure that children of our fallen military and first responders have a positive outlet to help them, because they are at greater risk of anxiety, depression, substance abuse, dropping out of school, and unfortunately suicide as well after this traumatic loss of their parent in service to our country and our communities. So that's how the idea got born, was that we want to see these kids in something positive, and something with a coach or an instructor, so they're getting a mentoring aspect of that, and we want to support them their whole childhood.
So tell our listeners who may not be familiar all the services that Angels does. Give them a taste of that.
So the first and foremost thing is engaging kids in healthy activities throughout their whole childhood. So when they're enrolled, they're in without having to reapply and maybe lose their outlet all the way until 19 years old. And what we realized very quickly was that we were spending a lot of time speaking generally with a young widow who had gone into survival mode to take care of her kids and hadn't fully dealt with her own grief yet. And that when you help the child, you help the parent, and when you help the parent, you help the child.
Yes.
So we started doing case management, getting to know the family and referring them to other things they might qualify for. But more importantly, it was building the relationship and checking in, and how are things going. So it's not just that we were writing a check for an activity, it's checking up on, getting to know the family, and then organically it developed that we were making connections. So peer support, when we would connect one family to another family going through something similar or maybe a little further along in their grief journey, that really became something that was an obvious positive.
Yes.
And then our Voices program, because for people like Adri, she's amazing in a lot of ways. She's one of our Voices speakers, but when she talks and tells her story, she's honoring Clint, her husband, and she is paying it forward to those other families that are unfortunately going to come behind her when she tells her story and raises awareness and resources to help us support more kids. And what we find, that one is, it's more than just doing that, because there's healing and helping.
Yes.
And
yes, it is.
when she speaks, she's tearing open wounds to do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
But just like going to the gym, you work out and you tears, micro tears in your muscles, and you grow back stronger. So that's very much a piece of our program, not just a tool to help us raise awareness and fundraising.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Incredible.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Audrey, why are you pouring so much energy into Angels programs?
That is a great question. It's because I'm very passionate about events and celebrations, so that I had that passion from the beginning, and that's why I came to the States, and I always wanted to plan events, right? Mm-hmm. I never thought, though, that my event planning is going to come around such a beautiful cause and worthy cause as Angels.
Yes.
So after my husband died, I was in the survival mode that Joe mentioned, but my instinct has always been like, how can I do events? How can I do events? Mm-hmm. Which essentially was a distraction from me processing what has happened. It was just a good thing at the time to do, and I love event planning, but I just wanted to help with every project possible. And since I was in the surviving military community, those type of projects came to me. Gold Star Wives, a few events, and some other events, but then I met Joe and Shelley, and basically the idea of the Angel Gala was born. We have this funny story about after we met, and they told me about the program and that I could sign up my daughter. She was about 3 years old at the time, like
bitty.
tiny Emma. It took me about a year to connect back with them. Like, this is just an example of how what Joe mentioned about the widows and the caregivers who are there with these children and left behind by the service member. You just don't think of all these things and extra opportunities at the time. So it literally took me a year, and then I connected with Joe and Shelley and then signed up Emma for dance lessons at the studio around the corner from our house. And we started talking events, and I saw how many more other families, are in this situation, and unfortunately they also have a long wait list. There are more families on the wait list than in the actual program, and Joe will share some numbers here with us in a minute if we may ask him. But so I knew that they need more help and more funding, and it was just the perfect fit for me, and I was like, why don't we do a fundraiser and then like a nice event.
So you are the impetus behind
Oh yeah.
Angels
the
Gala.
Oh, yes.
That's incredible.
Oh.
I never knew that.
Look at you didn't even want to take that credit.
I
did you?
know.
Look at her
So
never knew that.
she was the president of the Gold Star Spouses chapter, and was having a nice dinner at the Broadmoor for the other widows in the area, and she invited us to that, and then said, we should make this a fundraiser. So it started as, and still is, a program output piece so that our local families get to go and have this nice night.
Wow.
It's a celebration.
Oh, give it
That's
up.
incredible.
Well, part of the story is that I'm so grateful that Joe and Shelly, you guys went for the idea because they had to believe in this. I can't just propose this idea. They're like, let's do it. And literally like the three of us and a few Angel staff and then some volunteers, we built this from maybe say the grassroots level.
Yes, oh yeah.
Started out with 100 people, and then now we're expecting over 600. So it grew and it became.
Wow. How
just
many
a nice-
attendees was last year's event?
It was almost 600.
Okay.
Yep, and we're expecting 600 this year.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow.
650, I think we can fit.
I think we probably can.
650 can fit.
Let's
Okay.
say 650. So
We'll be crowbarring them in.
It's expected to sell out this
Yeah,
year.
it is.
Oh,
course
I'm
it
not
is.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The way they set this thing up, everything is top notch, very, very classy. And well, what else would you expect from her? Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you have hotel packages that people could buy tickets and do a hotel package with it or anything like that?
We have a block rate, but yes, the Hotel Polaris is brand new, so it's got all these new rooms that are open and available for people to go. So,
Awesome.
Yes, our website has a gala tab, so you can get all kinds of information from that.
Okay, everyone, go to what's your website?
It's aoafallen.org.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Look how you shorten that up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right?
I was just talking to him earlier before this show about abbreviating
Oh yeah,
things.
https:/:::.
Yeah.
How important is the Angels Gala to your mission?
It's crucial, really, because one, like I mentioned, it very much is a program event. So it's something positive for our families, it's positive for the staff, and the key thing is that the stories that are told that night are about our families. We don't bring in some random speaker that's not related to the mission. It's our family stories. And this year, of course, Audrey's going to be our keynote speaker, and she's going to talk about the impact over the long period of time, specifically impact to her. Which is going to be that's going to be really powerful. And then we show videos of a few of our families that we highlight, and we talk about their loss. And because you have to, right?
Yes.
That's a piece of their story. But then we're focused on positives and possibilities for the kids. And then the kids come out and perform in activities we've been supporting them in. And they are the stars of the night.
Yes.
And it is,
As it should be.
it's just really good stuff. So to go back to how crucial it is to us, it's important to our families. And then it's also our biggest fundraiser. But it's also where, if you come to the gala, you will get and understand what we do, and you'll see that it's not just paying for soccer. Yeah. You'll see how much more this is, and what the impact of it is really. So everybody comes out feeling good. They might have used some of the tissues that are on the tables that we provide, but they come out feeling really positive.
Right.
Yeah. Here's the deal, Lisa. To me, is you get a young lady that comes to America to learn to speak English.
Yes.
Now, years later, she's given a keynote address in English.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So incredible.
Yeah. Think about that.
Yeah.
The possibilities.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Right? You talk about the possibility and our possibilities of supporting angels and really helping to push this program forward. Thank you for sticking by the stuff, man. Because I know this is not easy to do, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
The work is real.
It is. It is.
And
yes.
thank you, Shelley.
Yes,
Right.
Shelley.
Yes, because I drug my wife into this. Wow.
Kicking and screaming.
But she was perfect for it. She was perfect to be. She's our program director, and she was perfect for it because she was a teacher by degree and trade previously, and she had done things kind of different. She had taught at a Choctaw Indian reservation at
Oh, my.
a private Armenian Catholic school, and we're not Armenian or Catholic, and But she also ran the family child care
Or
program.
Native American.
Right, yeah. And so she ran the family child care program for the Marine Corps Air Station in Beaufort, South Carolina, and was a curriculum specialist and did the same thing for the Naval Air Station, Pensacola, Florida, and just really had the right background
Yes.
for developing that.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you see with the commonalities when we're talking to these folk today? With Shelley, service.
Yeah.
With Joe, service.
Adri.
Service.
Yeah.
Service to humanity.
Big hearts.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, and the
Yeah.
other one is the heart. Everything
Yes.
comes from the
Serving
heart.
from the
It
heart.
does come from the heart. You know, you Luxe Love is want to make sure that we have a moment to highlight and amplify the work you do with Luxe Love. Tell them about your business.
Thank you. The business was born from my healing journey, I like to say. I actually had a limiting belief that I am a widow now and I can't do weddings. So I'm forever grateful for my business coach. I hope he's watching, Gary Barnes.
Gary, love you.
When I first met this person, Gary, we didn't even know each other, and we had a half an hour conversation because I went to his event as a guest. So Gary was asking me, I was telling him all about the Angel Gala and the beautiful works we do for surviving military families, and he's like, Adri, why are you not doing weddings? What about the weddings? I'm like, why are you asking me that? I'm a widow now. He's like, so the light bulb went up. I kept going to his events, and 2 years later, Luxe Love was born and launched into wedding planning and special events planning.
He's such a good inspiration.
Yes,
like,
yes.
For so many people.
And he's so practical.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how God or the universe, whatever you believe in, works in circles, because it's full circles, because the person who I had the pleasure to work with at first, so the first bride I worked with, Angie, Gary actually introduced me to Angie earlier than this, years prior to
okay.
this, because Angie has a huge heart for surviving military families.
Yeah.
Then I met with Angie. I introduced Angie to the Angels mission and to Joe.
Yeah.
And then Angie was has been our red carpet hostess at the gala and done amazing things at the gala. But when I launched my business on social media, Angie was one of the two girls who called me within a week. I need help, Adri. I'm getting married and I would love to work with you. So,
so
everything
great.
is this full circle. So everybody who I got to work with has been a blessing in my life and has been a part of my healing journey. So it's just so amazing. So
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And Cheryl too, right? With
Yes,
Gary, yes. She's
yes.
awesome too. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember our day where we're eating all the ice cream.
yes, we've been eating dessert.
Yeah, her and I, man, we were just.
went for dessert.
Yeah.
Where was I?
Sure.
That's my stuff. Where did I?
Poor Joe was left out.
Yeah, she came out of it looking fine.
Yeah.
Not so much me.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah, so you one thing that I really want to amplify and talk and highlight for you, because really you think big when it comes to Luxe Love.
Yes.
You think high level event planning and wedding things. So, we're not getting in our backyard for $250 and hope you show up. This is not Luxe Love, right? Right? Yeah.
Well, I definitely like to provide very customized and personalized service to my clients. Attention to detail is one of the most important factors, and Yes, if it's up to them how much they would like the engagement to be, whether it's just less help with the event or like overall I can be there from, I like to say, from the first step to the very last moment. But yes, I just love the the connections with all of the clients, the vendors, anybody I get to work with, and it's important to me to pay attention to.
What are your big goals this year?
My big goal this year, my biggest opportunity this year is to speak at the Gala, because again, that goes back to my healing. And thank you, Joe, again for giving me this opportunity, because if this hasn't been given to me from Joe, then I probably have never yet have looked at the pictures that I've been looking at for the past 3-4 months. I have this external hard drive. I was telling people, all the pictures from my life from the 9 years I was married to Clint are on this external hard drive. And after he died, we've been using a few pictures when it's Emma with her dad, because we have a few photos. They spent 10 days together after Emma was born. Yeah. Then Clint left for a field training, and then he came back home. So then we have another few pictures from when Emma was 4 months old, and then he died. So we have like a few pictures. And I've been showing those, at different engagements and events. But those pictures just from Clint and I's life, like prior to his death, I have not myself looked up a picture. It's been 13 years.
Wow.
And this is, if Joe, again, doesn't ask me, then it doesn't, I don't even get the prompt, and it was just the perfect timing in my own healing journey, because it was time. Like, yes. I'm there now. I need to look at this, and most importantly, I need to tell my daughter, and like she has never seen those pictures. So I find myself just like sitting there, and then it took me a long time to even plug in that hard drive. I was just like so scared, like what would happen, like the pictures would be missed or deleted or whatever. But it's just huge how I get to think about all of this. I'm also working with a legacy writing guide, she calls herself, and I'm writing down all these stories. And Odelia is her name, in case she's watching. Aww. She's amazing. She helps me write about all this, like going back there to the happy stuff. Yes. I completely just was not even talking about all the happy and the great things, but just like what happened here. And it's just, I realized that's just not okay. And then now it's good for, again, most importantly, my daughter, but my family and everybody. Mm-hmm. So for the first time, people are going to be seeing pictures of me and Clint at the Gala. That's going to be the first time I'm sharing. Yes. And I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just the healing around that. And I'm just like excited. And yeah, it's this whole Angel Voices opportunity brought this out.
Yes.
Actually, so I did show a couple of pictures at another Angel Voices engagement where Joe and I spoke about the organization, but yeah, there will be more new photos at the Gala.
Yeah.
What a beautiful story.
So
love it. Wow.
Yeah, and that's my biggest goal this year, that I can go out there. I have 3 goals: honor Clint, my husband, honor Joe and his legacy and what he's building, and have a message for the audience. But I'm not telling you that that's going to be.
We don't want to know.
Surprise. We'll be surprised.
Yeah, don't get it out of the bag yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone get your tickets. So
yes, everyone get your tickets.
So speaking of getting your tickets, why don't you ask them, because we are going to have to do at noon here, because we've got another group coming in. I apologize that I was really shortened this time. Maybe we'll do a special get back together post Gala.
All
right.
Yes. Actually, that's a great idea.
It is. See how you felt about everything.
Yes, exactly. And unpacking your experience of doing it
live.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great.
Fun.
Yes,
sounds good.
Definitely do that. Yes. So. All right. So as you know, we're all about infusing hope and encouragement to the world. So we're going to start with you, Adri, since you're our panel host. If you can look at that camera and let them know how to be encouraged today, and then also how to reach you.
Absolutely. You can reach me at luxeandlove.events is my website, same on social media. And my encouragement to you today is that be present, be grateful, and always look at the big picture and see what comes from your heart.
Oh.
Mic drop.
Wow.
Bam.
Short and sweet.
Follow that.
Don't ask me.
You're next, bud.
Thanks, Audrey. Wow. You know, I think just in regards to nonprofits and specifically this mission, one of the coolest things about it is getting to interact with really good people, because you didn't have to have us on the show. Audrey didn't have to offer to start the Angel Gala or do any of this stuff. People don't have to donate. They don't have to become sponsors, but they choose to out of the goodness of their heart. And when you do that, you feel good about it. You know, so there's a lot of encouragement in helping others. And if you would like to connect with us, then aoafallen.org, and the Angel Gala is one of the opportunities. We've got other things coming up, but these kids deserve it. And unfortunately, the need is really great. Right now, we have 580 kids enrolled, but our waiting list is 723.
Wow.
And every time we increase, we just see the waiting list increases again, too.
Yeah. Not very many organizations or events that you could better serve in our region and around the country than Angels of America's Fallen, the great Joe Lewis, founder of that, and Adrienn Loughmiller.
Yes. Good job, Frank.
Yeah. Both with us. Thank you both for being with us today.
Yes, thank you.
We hope we got the message out well.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. We'll be back in just a little bit with show number 2.
Thanks.
Hi guys, I'm Frank.
I'm Lisa.
We're back with the Be Encouraged show with Frank and Lisa this afternoon, and we're so glad that you're with us. Lisa, who is that great human that has the gall to sponsor us at a platinum level?
Yes, so we would like to thank our platinum sponsor, Crescio, for the show. When you get a pay what you can consultation with them, you can learn how to leverage AI agents to penetrate the noisy market, lower your overhead, and increase your sales. So visit them at Crescio.com to learn more and check out the flyer later when you get a chance.
Indeed. And this morning I gave that to you. I handed it out. Did you see how I did
Yeah,
that?
you did.
Yeah.
You're good at
because
that.
I want to introduce these incredible humans this morning.
Yes.
That I get a chance. And not this first time ever meeting you, my friend
Yeah.
Travis.
Yes.
But you're a lovely bride. I've had the opportunity to interact with a couple of times. You're so amazing.
Yeah.
Those
You
are your
guys.
bad points.
Oh,
Yeah, rock that, right? Bam.
We got to have lunch with Sarada, and it was so great.
We had such a great time
Yes.
with her. Yeah, I've seen her over the years, not in the flesh, but over advertising and other things. I don't know why, but someone had thrown your name out to me years ago.
wow.
Yeah, and I never had an opportunity to meet you
Love it.
until that night you did
At
that.
the
in
Lotus
city.
Okay, that was
The
Foundation.
Lotus.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, this is Sarada Connors, by the way. She's an on-air host and connecting the community with free events and local nonprofits. I know your ears are popping up. Athletes, filmmakers, authors, musicians, rising professionals, plus many more. Her show, Our Town, airs on 6 Cumulus media stations. In addition, she is a senior account executive helping merchants with radio, digital, and event advertising.
Yeah,
Welcome,
you
Sarah.
got it.
It's a lot. She does a lot.
She's busy.
Yeah, she
I'm
is.
the only one in the building that does both.
Oh,
Are
really?
you
Yeah,
really?
nice.
the only one at Cumulus Media that's on air and full time on the sales team.
Wow.
Oh my!
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a lot.
But you
That
rock
is
like
a
that.
lot.
So
Thank you.
You got
Yeah,
that.
you like working.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she does. Wait till you're empty nesters. You really be working.
That's good.
And her husband, Travis, is a Montana native, right? Is the owner of Front Range Auto Glass. He has 25 years experience And after working for all the big glass companies, he started his own company over a decade ago, so he can give customers more value at an affordable rate. Follow Front Range Auto Glass on Facebook for specials and windshield giveaways. Indeed. Yeah, Travis Con. Do you know Aspen Glass?
Yeah, they're a flat glass company.
Residential.
Yeah, Brennan
Brennan Patton.
Patton.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the president of VetNet right now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to come to VetNet. Please.
Yeah. Were you a
Tuesday
veteran?
mornings.
No.
Wildland firefighter.
No.
Oh,
I
wow.
was a wildland firefighter for a couple of years, but
Yeah.
Were you?
no military.
No military.
But in your
Yeah.
family, right?
I think my grandpa was. My dad tried, but I guess his feet were too flat.
Yeah.
Said flat feet don't make good hikers.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't let him in. So I didn't really follow that path,
Right.
and I moved down here and just to get to a bigger city to where I could maybe find a job.
Right.
You're a rancher, farmer in Montana, you got a life up there, but if not, you got to figure out what to do.
Right,
You got to move to a bigger city to make a living.
Yeah, I've been to Great Falls.
Yeah, Great Falls.
Yeah, I've been there. I was a pastor once, so so I went there to preach at a church, and it was like plugging your car up. All right, we do this big Ford, big giant car, 'cause that's what they had back then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they had to put a thing on our engine block because it was so cold.
Yeah.
Oh, like they do in
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Blankets and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that for diesel?
Heater block that goes into your oil pan, and it keeps your oil warm. Because diesel's even worse because they gel up.
Yep.
Oh,
If
wow.
it gels up, it won't start. And
Yeah.
So I got to keep. I had one in a Jeep Wrangler one time too, just to help out.
Yeah.
Because I was in Bozeman for a little bit up there too. After
Yeah.
I moved down here, went back there for a year, lived in Bozeman, and then realized I needed to come back down here. I figured there was something down here for me, and there it was.
There it is. There it is.
Didn't know about it, but something told us.
Thanks, babe. We didn't have those in Sonoma, California. We didn't have to have our cars plugged in.
No, not at all.
Not in North Carolina
Yeah,
where I
right,
come from
yeah.
either.
You got the AC player and then you start it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, what we forgot to say, and we're going to start a conversation in a minute, I'm going to hand it off to you, but our outfits today are given to us by Steve Perriani. And you need to look up Steve because
Custom suits.
I
Look at the inside line.
Holy smokes.
I mean, just incredible.
I need a new sports car
Yeah.
There you go.
And he made me these pants, and I have a skirt to match.
Yeah.
He
Fabulous.
spoiled us,
shirt,
so,
pants,
yeah.
jacket,
If you need
everything.
custom, but he only does men. I'm an exception.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. You both look great.
I just smiled at him, and he said, "Okay, Lisa, for
She's
you,
an
anything."
exception. She's an exception in more ways than one.
That's true.
Maybe you can help him break into it.
Love you, Lisa.
Yes, I know.
There will not be a third-year reunion. No.
Actually, there will be.
Yeah.
This is
Of
the
course.
most fun of our relationship.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Is jamming each
Oh,
other
yeah.
up. So.
Yes.
I can't do it with my wife. So I do it with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not do that with the wife.
No.
Get
poor
that
Michelle.
brother-sister connection going.
Yeah.
My wife is so sensitive. I can't even joke, man.
Okay,
All right?
yeah.
So I have to have a work wife.
Yeah.
in order to-
Oh my God. Michelle thanks me for taking him
Yes.
You can't ever let him go. 'cause
Yeah, she's like,
have
thank
her
you.
All right, we can get to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us, give us a little bit of history at Sarada, because your name is incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
First of all, what's the origins of that name?
It's from India. It means goddess of wisdom. Sarada Devi, Devi. My mom had read a book about. She's like a Mother Teresa, and she said, "Perfect, Sarada." And then I was born at home on the Sonoma coast. They put rose oil on me, so it's Sarada Rose.
Aw.
Yeah.
My daughter's
that.
Brianna Rose.
Oh, So he buys me roses. Yeah.
What's your favorite color rose?
You know, all of them.
Yeah.
I love them all.
Yeah.
I just love
You
roses.
can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Just buy them fresh, bud.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
He bought me roses for Mother's Day. So we have 35 acres in Peyton, and it's called the Rad Ranch, which is rosé all day. And so for Mother's Day, he bought me rose bushes. And now our job is to keep them alive.
Does it do well?
Out there, it's a wee bit windy.
Yeah.
So if you give them the rose food and everything you're supposed to, we're hoping for a season.
Okay. And you gotta do sticks, right? And then just wrap it, maybe twine around it. to
Yeah,
help
we'll see
with
what
the
happens.
winds.
These ones
Yeah.
are actually for the Colorado weather.
Yeah, we bought them at
Okay,
Hendrix,
nice.
and
Yeah.
we bought the first 3 we got didn't survive. They bloomed and all that because we got them in the nice weather, and then winter
Yeah.
came through and they died. So we had a warranty, took them back. Got 3 new ones, and they seem like they're doing a little bit better now.
Oh,
so
good.
We're
hopefully
learning.
these ones take.
Yeah. Well, I love roses too, but I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I miss those roses.
Yes.
I mean, they are strong,
Yeah.
hardy, gorgeous.
The thorns
roses.
are like.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, you get
Put them out
wounded.
your kids' window so they can't crawl out at nighttime.
Exactly.
It's not a bad idea.
Self-defense. You ain't leaving this bedroom in the middle of the night.
It's
You
really
must
good.
have teenagers.
We have one, but
Yeah.
he's up on the roof, so he
He's
can't
at the
crawl out
top
his
of the
window.
tower.
Oh my gosh.
And the dogs bark as soon as he opens his door.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is
They
he
lay out.
17?
He's 14.
14.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember you
right.
talking about it.
Yeah, and he's like 6'3".
Is he really?
Yeah.
Pretty
Wow.
big kid.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
He's like me, a tall beanpole.
Tall.
Yeah.
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 So it's
Yeah.
fun.
My son's 6'3".
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
tall.
But he's my stepson.
Okay.
Yeah, if he'd been my son, he'd probably been 5'3". So he's glad I wasn't
Yeah.
my genes.
Yeah, that's fun.
So, Travis, were you raised on a farm, ranch? What?
No, just in a small town. I had about 800 people.
Yeah.
Everybody knew everybody. Yeah.
Tiny.
If you look at the map of Montana and you look dead center, that's about where my town is.
Yeah.
And it was a major junction town, so we had 4 main highways going north, south, east, west. So it was a major trucks always going through town.
What's the
But-
name of the town?
Harlowton.
Harlowton.
Sorry ass.
That sounds like the hood. I've never been. I don't know.
They have a rodeo there. Travis was an athlete, so he traveled around.
Oh, okay.
It was like the second biggest rodeo in Montana.
Are you a rider?
Yeah. No, I've rode and stuff, but we didn't have horses.
Okay.
You know, we grew up poor, and
Yeah.
if I got to ride a dirt bike, it was somebody else's, or
Yeah.
if I got to do a 4-wheeler, it was somebody else's.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get that.
I
Yeah.
grew up just like you, my
Yeah,
man.
me too.
So-
Yeah.
No, we weren't poor. We were po. We didn't even afford the war.
Yep. So there was six of us at one point.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my God.
Couldn't afford all 4.
We were full. I'm serious. You know, so a California girl.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Born and raised in California. How did you make a drag out to us?
Yeah.
So my brother is a chef, and so is his wife. And Gabriel was at the Broadmoor as a wine sommelier.
Ooh,
Yeah, and his wife was at the Garden of the
Sorry, I
Gods
love
Club.
wine.
Yeah, and they
Is
lived
he
in.
still there?
So
Can you give me some tea?
he is.
Get that price down a little bit too.
Yeah, he retired recently, like October, but he is opening a resort in Santa Fe.
Ooh.
So you'll be.
Santa Fe, New Mexico?
Yeah, so you'll be able to go down there and have their food and their wine.
So
And,
is he like woo?
yeah, he's bougie.
No,
He-
no. He
Oh, he's
means-
bougie.
Yeah, bougie.
Santa Fe is so woo-woo.
It is
though.
woo-woo.
I mean, you know, the crystals.
Oh yeah,
That's him.
yeah, that'd be him.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wants to
Yeah.
open up like a glamping retreat type thing.
Yeah, glamping.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but what brought me here was because they lived up in Cheyenne Canyon and I lived in Sonoma. I was treated like a Beverly Hills Chihuahua, worked for the hotels there, house sat for all the members. I was basically said, don't leave, you can stay for free, just take care of the ranch while we're gone. I said, nope, Caitlin's got to move on. And no, I came here just for the summer. And then I met Travis. Yeah.
Oh, that
And the
was
rest
he was
is
the impetus
history.
for you staying?
So he was at the
Look
Ritz.
at his eyes, of course.
He was at the Ritz on a
doing nothing
Sunday
for me.
morning. Thank God.
All grown here, man. I'm telling you.
God.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, I was gonna just come for the summer, work on the golf course at the Broadmoor.
Yeah.
And then I did not leave. But in Sonoma, I had worked with radio stations, on-air DJ. I created a company called Rhythm Matters Management, and I'd book radio DJs into other markets and take 15% of what I booked. So I loved promoting people.
So you have been doing that even before.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. In San Francisco's market force, so some of those DJs were just top of the line. It wasn't hard to book them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so I came out here, and then after the Broadmoor, I went to Radio Shopping Show for 4 years and did sales and on-air host. And it was about 35 hours a week I was live. My voice was like Rachel Ray, like,
Yeah.
raspy.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I created the show Our Town, and Cumulus wanted to pick it up. And that was 12 years ago, at least 12 years ago, 2009. And then they asked, would you work full-time on the
Kinda
sales
like
team?
16 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's about, 2009. Well, Our Town was 2012. But
Okay.
Radio Shopping Show was 2009, and then full-time onto the sales team. And then I've won Salesperson of the Year, Salesperson of the Quarter. I just help a lot of people. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you've been there how long now?
With the stations 2009, full-time on the Cumulus sales team 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
really says a lot about your
It
work
does.
ethic, how amazing you are.
shucks.
Because that industry, people come and go all the
It's
time.
true.
Yeah.
There was 5 people that left in a calendar year last year.
Yeah.
Because we're 100% commission only. We only get paid if we help people fulfill it and collect it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Wow.
All 3 phases of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, they get mean sometimes in collections.
Oh yeah, you gotta be Debo.
I'm like Brutus.
Straight up Debo, and you get some of that money.
Yeah.
It's I would say the least fun part of the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've had to really learn how to communicate and to talk to people because AR is a completely different world than sales.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
a business too,
Yes.
so we know.
You
about
know,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Well, she's been nominated for a lot of things that are outside of the radio station too. Like she competed for what was that, the Woman of the Year. And then all the other awards, you have people who aren't affiliated with the station that offer her awards and give her awards, and she goes and accepts them at their benefits and stuff and their charities. And
Well, she's got the
thanks,
face
babe.
for it.
she's got our whole roundabout in our house are all stuff from her. And,
Awards,
yeah.
the Sarada Hall of Fame.
Well, it's funny because our son will make up little games and stuff, and
Yeah.
he'll like, Mom, can I borrow one of your trophies? And he goes down and grabs like the biggest glass trophy
Yeah.
and sets it on there. He's like, all right, the winner's gonna get this trophy. And,
Oh my God.
so
So
you like
Travis,
seeing that.
why glass of all the things to start up?
You know, it's funny. A friend of mine who lived about 30 miles away from us in Montana, we ran against each other in track and stuff, and it's a weird story of how we're connected. But his brother lived down here, and he worked for Speedy Auto Glass back in the day, which is the biggest glass shop in Canada.
Yeah.
So we were looking for work back in there when we were like 18, 19.
Yeah, just
And
kids.
he's like, well, we'll come on board, I'll hire you. And it was all on-job training back then. And now you got to go to a class for 6 months and all this. But he ended up getting us into it, and it just kind of went from there by his older brother giving us a job.
So you really love it, obviously.
Yeah.
You started a company with it.
Yep.
How are
yeah.
things going?
You know, it's slow time because it's winter.
Yeah.
Things are starting to
Of
pick up.
course.
We went to Nashville for my birthday, last weekend,
I used to
and
live there. I love it.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
very
Wow.
cold.
very.
Was
It
it?
gets cold.
was freezing cold.
It's a wet cold up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It was right to your bones. But
Yeah.
between the trip there and getting back, I had like 25 phone calls.
Oh,
I haven't had 25
Amazing.
phone calls all of December because it's been
Okay,
just
so
slow.
you need to take your bride on vacation
Yes.
more often.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Every time I leave, I get busy. You know?
Exactly.
Or her and the kid are off for Christmas break, and I'm like, oh, well, good. I'll hang out. It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
Boom, my phone blows up that whole week of Christmas. I'm like,
Always.
you know?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Anytime we're off, he'll get busy.
Yeah.
So you're right. We should leave more often.
Yes.
Yeah. Get a life.
Yeah, get
Work on the business instead of in it.
Yeah.
I know it'd be nice
Find
to
those other 18-year-olds.
get Uriah going to it. And
Yeah.
we go travel, and Uriah stays home and watches the dogs, and we
Exactly.
He
makes
goes
money.
to work with him,
Do it.
especially summer break, spring break. He has
Yeah.
a logoed shirt. He goes
Who
into
does?
Uriah, our 14-year-old son.
Oh.
Yeah.
He'll come with me. He'll get bored from sitting at home through the summer.
His
Yeah.
name is Uriah?
Yeah, Uriah
You like
free.
that guy David sent on
Yep.
the first line to get
Yep.
killed?
Oh my God.
It's true.
Yeah, David.
Why
Uriah.
did you choose that
King
name?
David. He chose it.
I used to do MMA fighting, just local in town. I did it for a couple of years, and I was a huge Uriah Faber fan,
Oh,
the
okay.
California kid. So we kind of got the name really thinking about it from him.
Okay.
And then obviously it's a biblical name too.
Yes,
the Bible.
it's
Yeah,
definitely.
So we
The
both
light of
agreed that
God.
it was, a good thing. And then his last name's Connors, so I'm like, well, we got the U and the C. I'm like, what can we do to figure out an F? And his initials would be UFC. So we're thinking, and we're like bringing names up, and I'm like, well, my grandpa's middle name was Godfrey. Why don't we drop the God part and we'll just keep the free part and name him after my grandpa?
Uriah Free Connor.
Yep.
F-R-E-I.
Yeah.
Yeah, F-R-E-I.
E.I.
Yep. Travis names the children and the dogs.
Oh my God.
So I figured, UFC, and then we could say the Freeze, just kind of named after my grandpa, his great great grandpa.
Yeah.
So we got him UFC's his initials, and
Okay.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
many kids do you have?
One.
Oh, just the one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's,
And then he
that's
named
why
our
you get to name
rescue
the
dog.
kids, because
Yeah.
you're just at one.
Yeah.
And then the dogs, yeah.
You're
Henry.
into dogs as well?
Henry
Yeah, we
Roosevelt.
have two, yeah. Well, he's got so many. Well, I used to call him the Hendo Raptor, and we rescued a Labradoodle from the National Mill Dog Rescue, and
Oh yeah, she told
Yeah.
us that story.
Part of the frozen doodles.
Yeah.
They found him frozen.
his name was
Yeah.
He was
At
a
the
frozen
rescue.
doodle.
Petey or
Yeah.
something, or Petty.
They didn't really have a
was
name
like
at
kind
the-
of a name they were going to give him,
Yeah.
and we're like, well, we need to give him a name, and I'm a avid hunter and love weapons and stuff, so I was like,
From Montana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Not surprised.
a dream gun of mine is a Henry rifle. I think they're very well-built guns, and the gold
yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, looks like he could be a Henry rifle, and boom, Henry stuck with him, and so we kind of named him after the Henry
Yeah.
rifle.
Do you have a Henry yet?
No, I'd love to get one,
Oh,
but
there you go.
He's got a Henry Doodle.
we got a Henry Doodle. Yeah, they're $1,000 guns if you want, like
Oh, yeah.
the 22s are $600. I'm like, that's an expensive 22.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I
but
just got a Glock.
yeah,
Stay Glock, 9 mil.
yeah, I got a Gen 5.
Do you? Yeah.
But I just got, I spend the money on the hunting weapons and stuff I need. And my grandpa bought me a 30-06 when I was 11. Gave it to me when I was 12 because I could physically, you can hunt as a 12-year-old. So I hunted with that most of my life, and then I'm like, well, I'll make my own money
What
a
did you
little bit.
hunt?
We do a lot of deer, antelope, and elk.
Okay.
And
Just
I do
standard.
antelope
It's how
and
they
elk.
eat in
Standard
Montana.
three.
Yep, but I'm putting in for moose. I'm a year or two away from a cow moose tag down here because bulls are like 20 years. Like, I don't know if I want to deal with a 2,000-pound moose in 20 years. I'm old. And my dad's putting in for a moose tag in Montana's, and he's in a year now ready to get that one. So I figure I'll go up there and hunt his bull with him and help him, and then I'll shoot my cow down here, and I'll be happy with that.
This is what you get when you invite the glass guy.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. We're learning new things.
Yes, we are.
Right? Because I'm not a hunter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, only thing I hunted.
We know.
The two-legged deer.
We'll leave that back in Japan days.
I'm better now.
Frankie-san in Japan, Mr.
Frankie's
DJ.
on.
That was his nickname.
Everybody had a son there, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, especially when you spend a minute like I was. So, so Miss Cumulus Media, tell people about Cumulus.
So we have 6 stations in the Colorado market, but we have over 400 stations nationwide, second largest broadcaster out of all the radio. Also really state-of-the-art digital products. Some of them are patent protected. Other people in the market cannot do them. Super aggressive pricing because it is a multi-billion-dollar company. So clients...
What do you mean by super aggressive
Yeah.
pricing?
So We negotiate with the ad exchanges like a Costco. So we're able to save you as a local advertiser considerably more than someone who might have what we call a smaller agency, because we negotiate nationwide. So if we're looking at a cost per thousand on a digital campaign, we go to Google and we say, yeah, but we're spending billions with you. So we want a better rate for our customers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's the real competitive advantage working with us. Not only are we here local, but Cumulus also owns Westwood One, which is our sports network.
Oh, yeah. Everyone knows Westwood One.
Yeah.
Oh, coming from Westwood One.
Right.
I mean, the high-level people that are the announcers on there, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So we air the NFL, we air the March Madness, we air Nuggets, Avalanche. So we also have that as a competitive advantage here in the community, our sports network, in addition to the digital that we do. And then for me, like I said, I'm the only one in the building that gives the most free airtime, because when you come on my show in a couple months, the way I formulate it, and I book out 6 months at a time, but when you get that real estate, I air you on all 6 stations, 3 times a weekend on some, 4 on the other, over 4 weekends. So it becomes 2 hours of free airtime on built-in real estate shows. So you basically it's like the beachfront property.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they stop the music on Magic FM and you hear my show.
Nice.
Yeah, so can we tell our audience then, Sarada, that by engaging you, you're going to be able to get them the best advertising price-wise and the biggest reach?
Yes, I feel very confident in that. I build schedules on Cumulus stations because we subscribe to the ratings. So it's called Nielsen Ratings. And we go in and I'll put in a schedule. So it'll tell me they may have like a $1,500 budget. So then I may not put you on 4 weeks a month. I'll put you on every other week, just so we can still keep within that budget. And these schedules, and unless it's an event, I will build it over a period of 12 months. I say it's like going to the gym. You cannot go for 2 weeks and expect abs.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
That's the thing.
I am not a magician. It's reach, frequency, consistency, and creative. So as long as we follow that formula, I have schedules reaching 650,000 listeners, sometimes up to 30 times, where that one listener will hear it. And then we stay within that budget. We change creative. It doesn't cost. We have a video production team. We have an audio team. So that is no extra charge. You just pay for the schedule. And my goal is always to grow people to more locations. They start with 1. Now let's have 10. So, and I've seen that success in this market.
Wow.
Yeah. We have a lot of different tools. So it's fun. It's radio advertising. Country artists come in, they bring us lunch. It's definitely not a stale, boring business. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You can tell it's almost like you were made for this.
Yeah.
Right?
Falls on.
When she talks about it,
Aw, shucks. Thanks, guys. I do love it. And I love my clients. I've had clients that from the day I started, they're still with me. And people will ask me, well, how do you measure success? And, well, you may not call me and say you got 17 new people this month, but you renew every year.
Yes,
And
exactly.
I don't think it's because I got great jokes.
Right. Retention's everything.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
speaks
she ain't giving up free cheeseburgers.
Legacy clients,
Right.
Yeah, some of the biggest clients you hear in the market, they are like, oh, put that radio buy-in first. And everyone loves digital, the shiny new toys with the dashboard, but honestly, those towers on top of Cheyenne Mountain that reach all of southern Colorado, you can't afford that usually with a digital campaign. You can't say, I want to reach all of southern Colorado for $1.98 cost per thousand.
Right.
It just doesn't happen, but I build schedules on the stations that do.
Wow.
Yeah, and I
Love it.
love that. I get all excited. I'm like, this is what we're going to do. And I explain things really simple because not everyone is a marketing guru. So I talk to people like how I'd want to be talked to.
Yeah.
Like, we will reach this many people this many times if you stick with the schedule. And there's no long-term commitment. Yeah, so you could cancel tomorrow, and I will take take everything off so you're not forced to do anything.
Right.
Because if you're not happy, I don't want you to have to stay.
Exactly.
You're not happy,
Yeah.
you don't want us.
Right. I'm like, okay. Yeah. They're not going to pay the bill.
Yeah. Well, we talked to a lot of people who've done like other radio stations here, and they're frustrated because they're locked in.
Oh, really?
They're not getting results and all the things. So,
And
yeah.
you have to tweak things. You know, there's messages that we could change, creative we can change,
Which is
stations.
good.
And I like to
Yeah.
build all 6 stations with the live traffic because it's the power of the entire audience. I say it's the influencers, and I do not mean the Instagram influencers.
Right.
I mean the grandma on the KVOR station that then tells her grandson, you need to do this. This is what I think would be good for your family. Okay.
Yeah.
Grandma says I should.
Exactly.
Those are the influencers.
Right.
Or my son, when he was little, there was a McDonald's creative playing, and he heard ba-da-ba-ba-ba, and he says, I want a cheeseburger. And I was like, okay, we go right to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're not going to say no to that cute little face in the back.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, advertising. I tell you, it is an art.
It is, and you have to do something. And I will coach people. I will tell them it's okay if you don't have a $1,500 budget today, but you're going to take your gross sales. You're going to put a percentage aside. You're not going to touch it. It's not like paying your utility bill every month. This is going to create awareness, bring people in, and eventually we will get you that campaign you want. In the meantime, you got to do the work. You're going to do your Facebook update. You're going to do your LinkedIn. You're going to go to the vet nets. You are going to be out in the community networking. And I started that way with Radio Shopping Show. People thought I owned the show, and I didn't. But your feet on the ground because we don't have the budget to do it.
Yep, exactly. Boy, she sounds like me with all that. I'm always talking to her about, I love marketing.
She does.
Yeah, there's a lot of tools, and I tell people we'll add more tactics. This is the ideas I have for you. These are the tools I see working well, but right now maybe we can't start there.
Yep.
But we'll get there.
Start where you can and go from there.
And I'll refer people. The last 4 of my phone number is 0411. So people will call me and they'll say, do you have, a flat glass company? Sure, Lane Auto Glass. Do you have someone who could do this? Yes. And I refer like crazy.
You're a referring machine.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I'll get you 3 customers before you sign the schedule.
Yeah,
And I love it.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
He sees it.
He's like,
He sees it.
I'm like, I thought we were
Travis can
leaving.
only say,
I'm like, I thought we were leaving 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
She's like, in a minute. Gotta finish this up.
Yeah.
he's living through
That's
it.
awesome.
Both Uriah, we have our boat at the Pueblo Marina in the summer.
Yeah.
And there's a road called Business Alley, and everyone are like, oh, let's talk. I'm like, oh, honey, we're going to need a
Your
minute.
boat is
Yeah.
branded?
It's at the marina during the summer, and there's a lot of business owners out on the
Right,
marina.
but do you have Cumulus on the boat?
You know,
No.
that's a great idea.
He is a business
Got it in
coach.
our bar.
You guys can sponsor us.
Yes. Yeah.
He's got 3 amazing books you can get on
Right.
Amazon too.
Call you're out fishing. You're like, by the way, I can help you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
you just throw
Yeah.
that there. Throw that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, front range auto glass too. What's sustained you for the long haul? You've been doing this a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. Well, it's something I know, and I'm getting like a little older to be starting a new thing. I figure when I retire, maybe I'll go into like working for Shields so I can get a discount on the stuff I want.
Yes.
But other than that, I'm like, it makes the money, pays the bills, and it's mine. So
Well,
it's
sure.
like I don't think I could go work for anybody right now because I've been over 10
You're
years on
not
my own.
employable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look at me and be like,
Yeah.
"You're too stuck in your ways. This is the way we want it done. This is the way I want it done."
Yeah.
I'm like, it takes an hour the way you guys want it done. It takes 30 minutes the way I do it.
Yeah.
And the same end up, our goal is what we end up is I'm 30 minutes, they're an hour, hour and a half. And
How do you advertise?
a lot of word of mouth. I've been doing this. I've been here since '98, so I know a lot of people in this town. Worked at the nightclubs for 7 years.
What were you doing there?
Started bar backing and then worked up to bartender.
Bar backing.
It's where you're kind of like
Kind of like the assistant to the
you
bartender.
you run around.
okay.
The bartender's like whipping boy type thing. I need this. I need this. We need ice. I need cups.
So you did the real work.
Yeah, you worked a lot harder than the bartender.
Yeah.
They're flirting and pouring, and you're like sweating and doing ice and doing dishes. Yeah, running across the dance floor of 1,000 people trying to get cups and bring ice buckets back, and nobody wants to move.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, they're all like, "Hey, can you get me a drink?" I'm like, "Does it look like I got 17 pounds and 20 pounds of ice in my hand right now?"
Put your face in his eyes.
Yeah,
That's why you're not a bar back.
they're definitely the ones that keep the bar going as the bar backs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to move up into the bartender status if you want to make the money, because
Right.
you get a percentage of everything that's made, and then they take everything else.
Right.
But-
So you became a bartender.
Yep, moved up to bartender, and then we kind of ran into each other down there a couple times, and
It was downtown at a bar.
At the Ritz
Yeah, at
on
the
a Sunday night.
Yes, yeah.
I was my best friend's DD that night, and she's like, "You got to meet Travis," and I was like, "I'm in love."
It's the eyes.
I was a lot younger back then.
And you know he's younger than me now.
I was younger back then.
He's 2 years younger than me, so this I'm getting old. I'm like,
Oh, he's 2 years younger?
Yeah,
Like
I'm a
you.
puma, not a cougar. A
Yes.
puma.
She is too.
Puma.
Yeah, we're pumas.
We're Pumas.
Yes. Yeah.
We know how to get the younger men.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is your husband younger?
No.
She's like,
I missed. I know her husband.
He is.
That's
Good
great.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys met at the club downtown. Cause you've been married what, like 17 years now?
Long time.
Yeah.
Come on, this.
Yeah.
It's
I do my
incredible.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh my
Yeah. Yeah. Met at the Ritz on a Sunday night, and then he's like, "Will you be my designated driver too?" I was like, "Sure, but I'm dropping you off."
Yeah.
Even though I want to marry you.
I'm
Yeah.
dropping you off anyway.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm trying to teach my daughters. They need to play hard to get like that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Why you gotta teach
seriously. These kids nowadays are a trip.
Yeah.
I mean, they.
And your daughter's beautiful.
Yeah, oh yeah. And I'm heading there to Dallas on
Yeah.
Friday for her 27th birthday.
Yeah, did you tell John that he needs to like have some kind of camera on you or something?
No. You'll be seeing pictures.
Hanging out with your daughter.
I'm going to be on TikTok all weekend. Don't you worry about it. I got plans. No, actually, I left it up to her. She's my wild stallion, though, so yeah, I got to get ready.
Yeah. Right.
It's going to be real.
That's why it's nice to have
I've just played hard to want my whole life, so
Hard to want.
I don't play hard to get, I play hard to want. So,
There is power to that, though.
Yeah.
Self-respect,
It's true.
dropping him off, all the things.
Because then we were engaged within 2 weeks and
See?
married within 3 months.
He said, I
Were
want to
you
come
really?
home with
Yeah.
you.
Wow.
And then,
Heck yeah.
yeah, and I said, you can't move in until we're married.
Yep.
And I had a
He said,
condo
okay,
right
let's
Garden
go
of the
get
Gods.
married.
Yes, ma'am.
you're like, she's on the Mesa, I gotta get in there.
Yeah.
I was like, I got too many roommates, I gotta get out of here.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. He's funny. He keeps us all laughing. Yeah, he does.
I was married after 6 months.
Okay.
This is our 19th year.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah. So yeah.
It can work.
I
It
love
can
that.
happen.
It can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was older. You guys were
Right, I
younger.
was older too. 31 when we married.
Yeah, it's 29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In his
Just
20s.
gave your age.
Yeah.
You're 48 now.
Yes. And I'm proud of that.
He's proud of it.
My sister passed 3 years ago of sarcoma.
Oh.
And she was diagnosed on my birthday and given basically an immediate, we want to put you in hospice. But her son, who was graduating high school, turning 18, she fought for 9 months, and it was very traumatic for everybody. So I'm like, yes, please, I'll be 95 and still be smiling. 'Cause
Exactly.
It's
How old was she?
she had just turned 48.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
sorry.
I know, yeah, but that getting old, I'm like, I think it's a pleasure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
Every wrinkle I
Yeah.
get, I don't
Right.
care. I'm like,
And I'm
Yeah.
digging it. I love it.
I want
I do
to travel.
too.
We camp a lot. We have a Class A RV, and we camp a lot, like 19 times last year.
that's
Did you?
wonderful.
That's
Good for
almost
you guys.
5 months
it's like
of
every
camping.
weekend.
You must have really grew up poor. I grew up poor. That's the reason I don't camp.
Yeah, it is not.
Because it's like every day it felt like I was outdoors. You know, holes in the roof and the house and et cetera, rundown shacks and stuff. So I'm saying,
Yeah.
even Michelle, she doesn't camp either.
Yeah, she's not a
We
camper.
went camping with some friends, and there was like a motel like 2 miles up the road. That's where we stayed.
Yeah. Well,
Well, we might as well be. We have that Class A's. You can sleep 10 people in that
Oh,
thing.
you got my son has a Class A too.
Yeah, so it's glamping.
It is
It's glamping.
glamping.
Uriah has double bunk beds. He could pick top or lower.
Oh, nice.
If you
Yeah.
start off in
you
the
guys
tent.
are
Yeah, it's
loving
not
that.
too
No.
bad.
We
There's
got AC, heater.
Yeah.
solar panels,
Yeah. Oh my God.
3 TVs, but
Yeah.
I prefer to be outside though. So
Yeah.
once we get there, I mean, it's nice to have it. We got that. We upgraded because when Uriah, he was camping in a tent and I cloth diapered him. So figure that one out.
No, that was tough.
Cloth diapered him, and we're
Why'd you do
camping.
that?
They were the Rocky Mountain cloth diapers. They're on Radio Shopping Show. One of the clients had invented this. They're smarter than NASA. They adjust with the kid,
That's your phone?
and they
It's-
and they clean up. So
Our
is it
phone.
me?
She
It's
has
on
mine.
silent.
It's on vibrate.
Oh,
It's okay. We're good. Keep
Yeah.
Go.
going. Free.
I'm sorry to call you out like that.
yeah, it's a work day.
Trying to go home.
Yeah.
It's a work
We
day.
are at the lunch hour, but it's
Yeah.
a work. The clients are like, I don't care if you're in a podcast.
Yeah.
No, you need to answer now.
Yeah. They're your VIP
Right. We're your
for
real
the past
VIPs.
however
Yeah.
many years.
But that's why we upgraded to the camper, because after having the newborn baby, I was like, all right, might be a little bit easier. Something that we could shut the door, make sure he doesn't unzip the tent and go into the river.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there's nothing better than walls around you when you sleep, too. Because sometimes you got your rowdy friends who stay up a little bit later, maybe. Or you're in the middle of the wilderness where there's animals that might want to come check you out.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, we got up the next morning and we went back down to where all the other folk were. They said, yeah, there was a bear trying to get into our tent last night.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, yeah, that's the reason I'm up at
Yeah, that's right.
They're not,
Just reinforced why I do this.
they're not slicing through the wall of your camper like a tent. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be pushing on it, but they ain't getting in.
Yeah.
And I heard they love dark meat.
No!
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't be
Frank.
eating the brother, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You just gotta run. Just don't be the slowest runner.
Great.
That's why you
You
gotta
would
go,
be the slowest
go
runner.
camping with people bigger than you that you can outrun.
Yes.
You obviously never dated a brother. We are fast runners.
well,
You live up,
I was
you grew up
talking
in
about
the...
you, not other brothers.
Why would I be slow?
It's just like how we started the interview.
I can't
He's like, you know Tyreek Hill? That was me back in the day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't have to go to the gym because
Yep.
every day was the gym.
Yeah.
You're like,
Run for your life.
I'm running the soles off my shoes.
Yes.
Going.
Yeah.
She was running too, though.
I
You know,
did.
She ran in the hood.
I was in the hood.
California.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oaktown.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a.
Yeah, the whole time I lived there, it was always in the top 3 highest crime states.
Oh, really?
It's true.
Yeah.
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 Whew, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. My cheeks hurt, man.
It's
You
a
see-
wild bunch.
See somebody in Montana running, you better run too, because there's something bad coming.
Right. I
They don't run
doubt
out there
that.
either. Well, you see me running, you better just follow, because
Yeah.
you don't like what's coming behind me, I guess.
Well, that happened to John and I. We were hiking on this trail. This guy was like, chuk, 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 coming straight at us. We're like, what the? Bear! Okay, John, let's go. Yeah.
Like, that don't look like a
I
stroll
didn't even
run.
wait to check. I was
Yeah.
like, we're out of here.
No thanks.
I live in Rock River, man. There's bear,
Yep.
Yep.
panthers.
Ooh,
I mean,
really?
mountain lions.
Mountain lions.
Yeah.
Panthers, mountain
Yeah.
lions, wildcats.
Yeah.
Yeah, lynx,
All of
buckheads.
those,
Yeah.
yeah.
We have
Because
badgers.
the deer are down there,
Yeah.
and they're predators.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Well, then local cats and dogs walking around the neighborhood.
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah.
I mean, they don't care what it is.
My
if it's
wife
food,
won't
they'll get
let
it.
our cats go out.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I have indoor.
It'd be a
Right.
death wish.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had a lot of bird of prey out where we are too, along with the badgers and the coyotes. But those bird of prey, man, they take our neighbors' chickens,
Oh, yeah.
they drop them on my roof.
Oh my gosh.
What did they drop?
So the animals can't get to them, and they'll leave them up
Oh,
on
they
top
keep
of the
them
roof.
up there.
Yeah,
That's smart.
them hawks and falcons and owls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep them up on top so the four-legged can't get them.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, oh great, now I got like 2 legs and a breast up there.
Yeah.
I'm like, how am I gonna get that down?
Not hot enough to fry.
Not in Colorado.
Yeah, not yet at least.
You guys are awesome.
Yes, you are.
Are all your interviews this wild?
No, you're the wildest.
Okay. We won.
Which we knew we would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah.
We knew you were gonna be
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
That's
So,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to ask you guys. We're having so much fun, right?
Yeah.
Two business well, you're almost a business owner, given that you're a
Commission only.
Commission
Yeah.
only.
They
Yeah.
provide all the tools, all the support, all the guidance, and
Yeah.
it's nice because I don't have all the overhead, but
Yes.
I have access to all the tools.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, tell people about our town because Lisa and I are getting the. We're going to be on this show.
Yes,
so,
we are.
So
I think it's June 3rd.
June 3rd. Yeah.
I think so.
So what is our town, and why did you name it that?
That's a great question. So I wanted a name that was generic so that I wasn't boxed into any kind of platform. Like if I wanted to move to a different city or I wanted to talk to, I don't really interview businesses per se because that's what the commercials are for.
Right.
So I interview people doing good things. So if you are a business owner, like for example, Travis does a lot of fundraising for people. I have not had him on, but he will help people fundraise. He'll give donations away. He'll give windshields away. But I would take it a step above. Someone who's really doing something big for the community. So it's usually, or even an author. Like I've had Navy SEALs on who are actually in.
I'm an author.
Yeah, are you another? Yeah.
3 books.
3 books so far.
Ooh, he's like, pick me.
You're like,
And
We're already picked.
yeah.
June 3rd.
I've had local musicians on. I actually won an award on KVOR. It's a conservative talk station. It's 100 years in the market. It is a great demographic. It's basically business owners that are listening. And I had on a heavy metal band, and I won an award for that, for having a heavy metal band on a conservative talk station.
That's so fabulous.
That was just like
Yeah,
the
it
total.
was like,
It's totally
that's what it was. But they were really good because they did it acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you just never know.
Yep,
You never
that's
know what's
right.
going to happen on our town. It's like the weather. You could drive 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Ready to change.
Yeah, it'll change.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's the formula. So they're 10 minutes. There's 4 guests per hour. And it's only 10 minutes. And then on Sunday morning, they air it on the FM stations commercial free. So then it's 3 guests. And then I do an Our Town rundown. And this is what I created because I do book so far out. If you were to email me and say, Sarada, we're doing an event in 2 weeks, I could at least mention it once.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then I'll also, if people send me a flyer, I'll put it on the KVOR page and the Our Town page, as long as it's community focused. Yeah.
Awesome.
So if it's a business doing something for the community, we can help.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can shout out our quarterly thing that's coming
Yeah.
up.
We've got a new networking event that we are going to do quarterly to
Starting in
uplift our
May.
sponsors specifically.
Oh, there you go.
The Be
Yeah.
Encouraged
Yeah.
Business Connect. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Let me know.
All right.
Yeah. Because there'll be other people
Send it
listening
your
that
way.
like to attend.
Absolutely, because it's a business community networking event.
Especially
And
now
it's
where
free.
budgets are trimming. The
Yep.
budgets are trimming and people have to do a little bit more. You know, you
Exactly.
can't just do nothing.
Yeah.
If you do nothing, that's what you'll get, and then the doors will close.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
get out there and network.
Yep.
And I always recommend joining the BBB. That's the one thing, especially a service business like Travis. You know, you're going to be in people's cars or people's homes. You want to be verified and
Absolutely.
vetted.
What's the second biggest purchase most of us, buy is your house and then your vehicle. So I'm getting a lot of older people who live and die by the BBB. They won't use you unless you're on that list.
Yeah, that's true.
So I've had a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, the BBB."
Jonathan loves there you guys.
I know.
Yeah.
I joke with Jonathan. I tell him, "Where's my commissions?" I said,
I'm telling you, they probably don't give you nothing.
"Oh, he says thank
Honey.
you." He says thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
He's awesome.
He says that to us too.
Yeah, I've had him on the
Thank
show.
you.
Yeah. He's been on our show a couple times.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's awesome. Lisa, we need to wrap.
Yes, we do.
So why don't you
All right.
ask them your famous questions?
Okay.
Famous.
So, yes, Sarada, I'm going to start with you since you're our panel host.
Okay.
So, as you know, we're all about infusing hope and encouragement to the world. So, I would like you to take a moment and look at the camera and encourage the world and then let them know how to reach you.
Oh, okay. I encourage you to follow your dreams, be true to yourself, find your own voice, use your voice. And just because someone says that they don't love it, it doesn't mean that everyone won't love it. So follow your heart. And the best way to reach me is you could follow the Our Town page, and that is basically Facebook /Our Town COS. And there you can message me. And then if you'd want to be a guest, then I'll respond back and I'll let you know the timeline and kind of just review what you're wanting to basically promote. And then if we're booked too far out, I'll give you the free mentions. And then if you're looking to advertise, then we will have a custom client's needs analysis. I'll listen to everything that you would like to hope and grow with. And then we build a plan from there. So.
There you go.
There you go.
Indeed.
Travis, you're up.
Oh no.
Same thing. I gave you time.
I'm like, ditto what she said.
Ditto.
Yeah, I guess, like she said, just follow your heart and be true to yourself and just get out there and get it done. Don't wait for somebody else to do it yourself and get it done. And you can reach me just through Facebook, social media pages, Front Range Auto Glass at /Facebook. I'm on a lot of the pages out there, 411 for the 719, 411 mothers, just a bunch, and just ask. Go on Facebook and just put in, anybody know a good auto glass company, and they'll put a bunch up there for you, and hopefully I'll be one of them.
Yeah. He gets a lot of referrals.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we're so glad to have you both
Yes.
on our show today.
great.
Connors.
Yeah.
The Connors.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Without one racial joke.
Yeah.
Remember the Connors?
Yeah,
I never saw it.
I've never
saw. Yeah.
it's spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You don't
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
Ours is with the ORS.
Yeah, the ERS is the American way to spell
Right.
Connors. ORS is the Irish way to spell it.
There you go.
Oh, okay,
there you go. They're not even the same Connors.
Not even the same.
Yeah, because if not, where are my royalties?
Yeah,
I haven't
exactly.
seen a
Right.
check yet.
Yeah, where's that check?
Yeah, I've been asking the Sinclair Gas Company the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My kids get so excited when we're on road trips because they're like, "There's Frank's place." I'm like, "No, he wishes."
Oh, yeah.
Sure
we
do.
all.
Yeah.
Well, I'll change my name to Sinclair. Give me some of that money.
Exactly.
Anyway, before we wrap, let us spotlight our sponsors once more. Westco Insurance and the great Karen Butcher loves helping people save and get the best service ever. You can contact her through our website at beencouraged.net or go to westcoinsurance.com and reach out to Karen. And Planet Duck, Brandon Kirk and his team offer astronomical air duct cleaning with the most powerful vacuum trucks in Colorado, and they are stronger than the vacuum of space. Indeed.
So be sure to visit us at beencouraged.net to become a sponsor and get your business name out there to our growing audience. Our platinum sponsor has seen an aggressive 900% growth in their business in just 7 months. So like and follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn to join us on our journey to extend hope and encouragement and help people realize their potential through networking, collaboration, and community involvement. And remember, if you want to join us internationally, go to our website and select international via Instagram Instagram, and join us live from anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world. And we just want to thank, it's Monday, Lisa.
Yes, it
is.
is.
No
We
one
live for
rocks London
Mondays.
like we Right. So we've had the incredible Connors with us today.
Yes.
Cumulus Media, Front Range Auto Glass. Reach out to them. Use their services. You won't regret that you did. We'll see you next week because Lisa and I are hungry. We got to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.